There is something brewing in Buffalo. It is playoff time, ladies and gentlemen, and that is when the big dogs come out to play. So let's get into it right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bills Digest. I'm your host, Anthony Senicar, and let's be honest, come Sunday, we want a Bills win, we want an ice-cold Labatt, and we're probably smashing a few of those tables. And the same way you guys smash those tables come Sunday, I want you guys to smash that like and subscribe button, because I've been doing some digging here at Bills Digest, and take a look at this. 72% of you guys who are watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. Subscribe. Let's get the subscriber count up. We're up to a road to 100 right now, and we here at Bills Digest got you covered on all your latest Bills news from wall to wall. So subscribe and join the army. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally arrived. Football games fully matters. It's win or go home. The lights have never been brighter. And again, the pressure is on. The Buffalo Bills will play the Denver Broncos for Super Wildcard Weekend, 1 o'clock at Orchard Park. Let's get into it all right here. Let's take a look at the injury report, as it is a final one of the week. And take a look at that. Only one player has an injury status going into the game. That is return man Brandon Covington, who is questionable to play. Did not play on Wednesday, but was limited on Thursday and Friday. Again, I have a feeling he will be playing. That man right there is due for a return. He had one early in the season. That did get called back from a flag, but he has looked very, very explosive in the return game. Everybody else there is active, so the Bills are getting healthy when they need to be. It is not like years past where the Bills have been hobbling into the playoffs with injuries or major blows to the defense or offensive side of the ball with injuries and season-ending injuries. So finally, the Bills are getting healthy at the right time, so that is great to see. But you know what I said about playoff football? When the lights are bright, the stars shine brighter. And shall we not forget about playoff Josh Allen, who is arguably the greatest playoff quarterback of all time so far. He has a 5 to 0.25 touchdown to interception ratio of the minimum of 10 games played, which is the greatest, which is number one all time on the NFL playoff list. That is ridiculous. The Bills have never even made it to a Super Bowl and only one AFC championship, and Josh is already leading the NFL all time in playoff performances by quarterbacks. Let's not forget about the 13-second game, which he was great. The perfect game, which the Bills never punted a football and scored in every single drive. Last year against Pittsburgh with the great run. Let's not forget about the Colts game against Phillip Rivers, where they played great. The Ravens game years ago in the COVID year. There have been plenty and plenty of all-time performances from Josh Allen in the playoffs. The man comes to ball, and that man is on a mission, obviously getting the All-Pro first-team snub. The NFL media and everybody is writing bulletin board materials for this Buffalo Bills offense and defense. Let's not forget about those Broncos fans chanting, "We want Buffalo." No one's forgetting about that. You guys did that yourselves. Now moving on to that, let's talk about this Broncos offensive defense. First of all, let's start off with the Broncos injury reports. No major names on it right now. Tyler Batty, who is, I believe, their third-string running back, and Frank Kroom, who is out for illness, but I believe he is not a starting tackle for these guys. But the man and the offense is where this team makes their money. Obviously coached by Super Bowl winning coach Sean Payton, rookie quarterback Bo Nix, and obviously Pro Bowl wide receiver Courtland Sutton. The offense averages about 25 points per game, which obviously puts them at 10th in the league. Their rush offense is 16th best in the league at 112 yards per game. Their passing offense is bottom tier at 224 passing yards per game for 22nd in the league. Again, what's a point on that is this Broncos team runs a lot of screens, which has been a weakness for this Bills offense, so keep an eye on that. They're averaging about 324 yards per game, which is, again, puts them in a mid-tier offense at 19th best in the league. Third down percentage, they're in the upper echelon, 13th best at 39.57%. The red zone offense is quite efficient at 7th in the league at 62.5%, and they average about a turnover a game. So obviously the big talk of this Broncos defense is led by rookie quarterback Bo Nix, who has been having a very, very good season. Earlier in the year, there were a lot of pundits that thought Bo Nix would not be good. Bo Nix has turned out to be very good. I personally think he's going to be a very good quarterback in this league for a very long time. And again, Sean Payton is putting Bo Nix in opportunities to run an offense that he understands, that he can thrive in, and that gets the ball out very quickly of his hands. This Broncos offense runs a lot of screens. They got two solid running backs. They got a solid receiver in Courtland Sutton, and they have an offensive mastermind in Sean Payton. Bo Nix has his legs. He has a cannon of an arm, and he will get the ball out quick. Now, let me say, one thing that this Broncos team reminds me a lot about is the 2019 Buffalo Bills. Let's set this up for you. You got a second-year Josh Allen and a rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, who at the start of the season, a lot of pundits thought were not going to be very good. What did they end up doing? Having a Pro Bowl caliber season and being one of the better surprise stories of the year. Right there. You have what is considered a very good defense leading this offense to many wins this season and winning very tight games. Sound familiar here? There is a lot of similarities between that 2019 Bills team and this Broncos 2024 Broncos team. And again, the main story of that being this Broncos defense, which is one of the best units in the NFL. They have Patrick Surtain and then a bunch of dogs. They have guys in a system that Sean McDermott runs similarly, which is Vance Joseph puts his players in positions to succeed. You have a bunch of guys that not a lot of people know about, but they play their roles perfectly. A weakness of them is their pass offense. They obviously have what is likely going to be the defensive player of the year in Patrick Surtain. But again, they're only ranked 19th in the league in the pass offense, and they've given up 22 passing touchdowns. So look for opportunities for Keon Coleman, Amari Cooper, and all these guys to really thrive against this passing game. This is a heavy man defense. What does Josh Allen do against man defense? He eats all day. Vance Joseph also enjoys blitzing. This D-line is leading the league in NFL in sacks. So again, this is another opportunity for this Bills offense, which is widely considered the best offensive line in football, going up what people consider is the best defensive line in football. Again, rushing defense, like I said, their defensive line, very, very good. They rank for third best in the league, only giving up 10 rushing touchdowns. But one thing I want to point out is this Broncos defense has struggled against pass-catching running backs. They have given up league-leading yards to pass-catching running backs. So look out for Jimbo and Ray Davis on a lot of those wheel routes. And again, total defense, like I said, 7th best defense in the league, giving up only 32 touchdowns and just above 300 yards per game. And again, scoring defense, they're giving up only 18 points a game, but this Bills offense will come to play. And again, the Bills' second-ranked red zone offense going against the third-ranked red zone defense. There are a lot of very good matchups in this game. Again, like I said, 2019 Buffalo Bills defense was led by this man right here, Trey White, who was an All-Pro that year. You got PS2, who again, like Trey White, is playing like one of the best All-Pro corners in the league. You got obviously a lot of a rotation of D-line, which had a lot of pressure that year. And again, the Broncos are just have it's a lot of parallels between those two teams. And what happened to that Bills team 2019? They end up getting bounced by the Houston Texans and what was considered at that time one of the best quarterbacks in the league, Deshaun Watson. The Bills did go up early in that game and end up losing. And again, we'll see what happens. We'll see how good these similarities really look. Now, again, just because it's one and done and we have to, here's a look at the weather. 0 degrees Celsius and some subtle snow. So, again, really good football weather, and it should be a good day for rushing and passing. And finally, because we all got to talk about it, this is what Vegas is saying. They have the Bills as heavy favorites, 8.5-point favorites to be exact, with an over-under set at 47.5. Again, really good defense versus a really good offense. A rookie quarterback, which, again, Sean McDermott has had a history of thriving against. So we'll see what kind of exotic stuff Sean McDermott and Bobby Babich throws at Bo Nix. We'll see what kind of stuff Vance Joseph does against Josh Allen in this Bills defense. Again, there's only been one real team that has been able to figure out Josh Allen this year, and that was really when Josh might have been injured and not playing too good, which was the Houston Texans. So again, there's scripts out there of opportunities for this Broncos defense to beat this Bills team. There's only two ways it's going to go. Again, it's either going to be a Bills blowout or it's going to be a close game and Denver is going to pull it off. Let's hope for the first one. And again, it's going to be a great matchup. You got two great coaches, Sean McDermott and Sean Payton. You got two great quarterbacks in Josh Allen and a young Bo Nix, who's looking like one of the best. And again, it's going to be a very good matchup. PS2, be on the lookout for. And again, this Bills pass rush, the key for this Bills team is get that pass rush out the field. Ed Oliver and Daquan Jones have to get interior pressure and make the first tackle and get the Broncos offensive line on their ass and get Bo Nix on his ass, because that is how this team is going to win this game. Let me know your thoughts below, guys. What do you guys think? Give me a score prediction and what you guys have a feeling of the score will be. And again, I'll give you guys just a quick little bet because you know I got to do it for you. 225 rushing and passing for Josh Allen. 200 yards passing and rushing for Bo Nix. 50 yards we'll do 60 yards rushing and receiving for James Cook. And we'll see how that one goes for you. That's all for me, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, please subscribe, and as always, hopefully we're talking back here next week about the next matchup. But as always, go Bills, y'all.